Hey, let's talk about student loan relief. It's about to end now that the COVID emergency is over. Student loan payments will resume this fall under the debt ceiling deal. Joining us this morning is economic analyst with Bankrate, Sarah Foster. Ms. Foster, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for spending some time with us. Hope we didn't keep you waiting too long. Can you explain to our viewers a little bit about this pause on the student loan payments that folks have been, I guess, enjoying for a while and why they're ending and when we expect the payments to resume?
You're right. It's been a long time coming. 3 years, 5 extensions, 2 presidents. Americans haven't had to make payments on their federal student loans really since the coronavirus pandemic. But we've known all along that the clock would be ticking, that at some point those payments would come due. August 30th, September 1st, those are the key dates to keep in mind because the provisions in the debt ceiling bill state that 60 days after June 30th, those student loan payments and interest collection will resume. And the text within the bill also prevents the Department of Education from approving additional forbearance extensions. So it's really time to take a look at your finances and see what's coming up next.
Yeah, time to get back to business. I also understand there's a Supreme Court case pending that is going to determine the fate of the president, what he wanted to do, which was the loan forgiveness program. But these are different issues.
These are completely different issues. So kind of in the background right now, the Supreme Court is also looking towards the constitutionality of federal student loan forgiveness. We can't really predict the future, but it's important to prepare as if those programs aren't getting approved. But we should be expecting a decision hopefully later this month or even early July. So coming up soon, but don't get too comfortable.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the steps you think folks could or should take now if, to get ready for the payments if they haven't thought of? You don't want it to sneak up on you, I guess. In other words, it's like, oh, yeah, here's this bill that I forgot that I was going to have to pay again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's student loans are a major burden for so many Americans. So it's important to not really make this be a thing that you set and forget. I think right now you kind of have this wiggle room. It's important to really look at your finances. Your spending habits have probably changed over the past 3 years. A lot can change. I mean, some people have started families, moved, gotten married. I think it's important to see kind of what your day-to-day budget looks like, then take the really important step of going back to your federal student loan servicer. Your servicer might have changed as well. So it's important to get all your questions answered right now before those payments resume. Some of those questions are, what will my monthly payment be? What would the repayment picture look like? What would my interest payment be over the entire life of the loan? It's important to really get all of those questions answered now, because if you wait until the last minute, you might be kind of facing, waiting until crunch time to really get those important questions answered.
Do you expect at all? I mean, obviously the interest rates have changed in life, but I mean, if you signed some loan document years ago, theoretically, when the payments pick back up, should they go back to the same amount, same interest rate, same payment?
For most federal student loan borrowers, the loans that they have locked in are interest rates that are fixed. So they last for the entire life of the loan. But you are right. We've seen interest rates skyrocket, especially for federal student loan borrowers who are taking on new debt. So that's when you could kind of see the consequences of this high rate environment come to play. But federal student loan borrowers who already have those loans, their interest rate is fixed.
So what should someone do if they say, you know what, I'm going to try to do as best as I can, but once these payments come, I know I'm going to have trouble. Is there any way to get ahead of it and say, can I lower my interest rate? What can people do if that's what they're facing?
Well, it is important to remember that you do have additional forbearance programs offered to you. That's one of the benefits of having a federal student loan. It really comes down to contacting your servicer and seeing what they can work out. A lot of times you have to apply for that forbearance, but there's also a limit. So it's important to really use those options wisely. I would say that it really comes down to just making sure that there isn't another payment plan that you're overlooking. For instance, there were changes to income-driven repayment plans that often set the kind of payment that you make a month, depending on your income and your discretionary spending. So that's something to look out for. But I would say that just at the bottom line really comes back to just looking at your finances, taking those steps now, and knowing that if it is kind of crunch time, you can take steps steps to hopefully help your finances prepare for these repayments.
That's right. Get ready now. Check with the servicer. That's all good advice. Sarah Foster from Bankrate, thanks for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, have a great day. And folks, you can go to click2houston.com/scene at 7 for more interviews like that.